Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. I'm just jumping on today to share the page kits that I've put together for days 20 to 26 of 30 days of sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. So that would be the 4th week, I think now. It's absolutely flying by. I'm really enjoying doing this so far, and it's really helped sort of like get me out of a scrappy slump. Hadn't scrapbooked for a few years, so this has been kind of like the boost that I needed to get back into it. So yeah, I will link Christy's channel in the description below, and I'll also link all the details of all of the sketch creators that I can find. And so let's get started. Let's see what I'm planning on playing with next week. So the sketch for day 20 is by Stephanie Olsen. I've got at Mama by 1900. I'm not too sure if that's Instagram or YouTube, but I will find the details and leave them down below for you. So it's a 12 by 12 one photo sketch. The sketch is kind of like a bit of a picture frame, really. Not entirely sure what I'm going to do with it. But the papers that I've chosen are this one from Cocoa Vanilla Studios. It's quite an old one. I've got no idea actually. I was just going to say I think it's from the whatever collection, but I've actually got no idea what collection this one was from. It's one of the early ones, I know that, but I've cut the branding strip off it. So it's grey and white chevron on the back, not chevron, zigzag lines. But yeah, these pastel coloured splotches on the front. I changed the colour of my picture to black and white just to kind of match the cool tones of this paper. It was a very warm toned photo before. It was taken in the Royal Concert Hall in Nottingham, and it's very yellow toned in there. So yeah, just to change the tone of the photograph, made it black and white, and it fits really well with these ones. So as well as the pastel paper, I've pulled out this grey and white diagonal stripe. I think that's possibly from an old Project Life paper pack, more than likely the Midnight one. I think that's one of the only few that I kind of kept hold of when I had a bit of a clear out a few years ago. But yeah, that's what I'm planning on using for day 20. So day 21, it's a 12 by 12 sketch, but I am planning on shrinking it down to an A4 size layout. Also thinking that I'm going to sort of like rotate it and have it going this way. I've got 4 small square photographs of my youngest daughter with some kittens that she was trying to kind of wrangle into a decent position to get a decent photograph of them, and failing miserably. Probably going to go with the title Herding Cats or something like that for that one. So this paper's from Crepe Paper Cute Girl. Ironically, it has actually got cats on the back. I didn't realise that. But the colour matches her jumper really, really well. So we're probably going to go with that. And the other paper is an old, I think it might have been Paige Evans, maybe the first collection that she did. It's grey and white on the back, very similar to the last day actually. But yeah, gonna go with some like nice bright colours. It's got very similar tones in the picture with these turquoise ones here. And yeah, we'll see how that one goes, day 21. I've not got the details of who created that sketch to hand, but I will leave all of the information below, and I promise I'll stop saying that. So this is the sketch for day 22. So I've got one 4x4 photograph that I'm planning on using here. The papers that I've pulled out are more cut apart based really. So they're both Pink Fresh Studios, Simply the Best collection, both green tones on the back, which I may use some of it, but I'm not planning on using the back of them really. The main thing that I'm planning on using are the cut aparts on here. They kind of fit quite well with the colours of the photograph. I'm going to do it fairly minimalist style, white background, nice and clean, but yeah, just my style really. So yeah, that's a good one. I like that sketch. That's one of my favourites. So for day 23, I think I've pulled out more papers for this than I have for any of the other ones ever. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do sort of paper wise or anything like that, but the 2 photographs that I've got one 6x4 landscape, and then instead of a 6x4 portrait I've got a 3x4. So it's of each of my daughters at the fountains in Nottingham a few years ago. So I've pulled out the Echo Park My Favourite Summer collection. So I've got a couple of pages with cut aparts that I might replace the ampersand with just here and go with one of those. I've got a couple of the, well, 3 of the floral papers actually, and the sunglasses, and then the reverse of those are the nice primary colours and another floral on there as well actually. So yeah, gonna go with something from that, but not entirely sure what yet. Day 24, we've got a sketch by Kim, I think it's Johnson Martin. But yeah, it's a single photo sketch again, landscape 6x4. I've got a photograph of my 3 boys here, and the papers that I'm planning on using are from Jen Hadfield, Live and Let Grow. This was the one that I pulled out first because I think the colours match the photograph really, really well. It's the same kind of like muted tones, and the colour of these bits here match my son's t-shirt really, really well. I've got another paper from there that's got these circles on. Possibly going to cut these out and use them as like cluster bases around the circle, and pull in some other things. So these are not white based papers. They're kind of like, it's not even cream really. It's kind of like a bit of a beigey sort of like almost grey tone, but not. But I am using a white background for it. I think there's enough contrast between those for it to be able to go on there without kind of looking odd. But yeah, that's the plan for day 24. So day 25, we've got a sketch by Scrappy Adam, Adam Westwood that is. This is the one that I think I'm looking forward to doing most of all. So the 3 photographs that I've pulled out are pictures that were taken at London Pride last year. I've got a picture of somebody's shoes, the way they were standing on one of the crossings. They've got lovely rainbow socks and really, really bright colours. And I've got a picture of my girls with somebody with... yeah, well, I don't even know what to call it really. It's not really a wig. It was kind of a wig made out of foam spirals, but he looks awesome anyway. So, and then I've got a black and white picture of the 3 of us. So I've kind of gone with that theme really to go with the photograph. So I've got a really, really bright diagonal rainbow stripe from Pebbles Fun in the Sun. That's from 2015. And then I've got a black and white grid that's from the My Story collection from Simple Stories. That's from this year. Not entirely sure kind of what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to do the rainbow stripe as like the outside mat for the paper. Always really, really like the way that diagonal stripes look with that, and it's a nice way of getting like the whole pattern and all of the colours in. And then I might even use the grid pattern as the main background. I'm not entirely sure yet. I don't very often use patterned backgrounds, so if I do, it'll be quite a one-off. But yeah, I really like that, and that's the one that I'm really looking forward to doing this week for day 25. So the final one that for this week is day 26. I've got a photograph that's just slightly smaller than 6x4. It's just a photograph of me with some scrapping friends. I've got 4 papers that I actually put together a really long time ago. I think I originally planned to do Janet Madison's 4x4 series and cut these up to do that, but never got around to it. But the photograph matches the colours really, really well. So we've got like hair colours and jumpers and things like that that match all these colours in this floral. So that's an old Teresa Collins paper. That's from the 9 & Co collection, which is 2014. And then this is actually a paper from Little Yellow Bicycle from 2012. So we're going really, really old here. And 2015 from My Mind's Eye. But yeah, that's not a paper that I would use on that side. It's from the Escape collection. No chance of getting that anywhere now, I would imagine. I don't even think they exist anymore. But yeah, so they're the papers that I'm going to do for that. And that pretty much says it all really for next week. Really looking forward to getting started. I'm really, really enjoying this. I think I've already said that, but yeah, I can't say it enough really. I think it's a really good kind of thing to get involved in if you've not scrapbooked for a while. If you want to get back into it, it's really good. I'll leave the details for Christy's group, and I will see you soon. There is actually going to be a layout share going up tomorrow for the whole of this week, so days 12 to 19. Hopefully see you there. And if you've not subscribed and like what you've seen, please feel free to subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up so YouTube knows that you like this kind of thing. And thanks very much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.